Well, we are talking multi-decadal themes today, and one of those big themes that are at play is defense. Defense and shipbuilding. These are going to be two pillars on which the next 20 years of Atmanirbhar Bharat, two out of the many, are going to play out. So you're going to have to watch out for both of these themes. And who better to chat about both of these themes than Madhu Nair, the chairman and managing director of Cochin Shipyard, here at the largest shipyard in the country and one of the oldest shipyards in the country. And on a day on which, sir, you have launched 3 vessels.
That's right.
One for the Indian Navy. And while I speak, I'm getting goosebumps because it's just that kind of a feeling, especially it's been that kind of a year. Sir, talk to us about what, in terms of capability, is India building? Is the naval capability substantially gone up, and is the vessel that you've delivered today, I don't want to talk about the nitty-gritties of it, but is the capability demonstrating that we are headed towards Atmanirbharta?
Thank you. See, today we have launched 3 vessels from the very same dock, the dock you are seeing over here. One is a naval platform. It is the 6th of the ASW shallow water crafts which we are building for the Indian Navy. Then the second vessel was a large dredger, a 12,000 cubic meter dredger which Cochin Shipyard is building for the dredging corporation of India. And the third one is a CSOV vessel. It's a commissioning service offshore vessel. So 3 vessels of 3 different genre, 3 varying complexity, but all very complex platforms. So if you are looking at the defense part of it, there's the ASW corvette. I won't say it's the most complex of naval platforms, but it is indeed a very complex platform. And there's a 6th vessel of the series which we are launching. We have launched today. The dredger is a very complex platform, which India did not have the technology. We have teamed up with Royal IHC of Netherlands to build this dredger. And the CSOV is again a very complex platform. It is used for the wind farm service support for the global wind fields. And this again, we have teamed up with the Norwegians, a company called Kongsberg, to build these vessels for Cyprus-based Cypriot German clients. So whichever way you look at it, I say there's a Atmanirbhar part in the defense. There's a Make in India for India. There's a Make in India, Make for the world. So all 3 themes are getting covered here. And I can bet that it's not every day that any shipyard anywhere in the world, there are definitely many more greater shipyards than ours. But Cochin Shipyard, what we are showing is we are creating belief for the country. It's not just shipbuilding, as I always say. It's also about creating belief for the country. So very happy day for Cochin Shipyard today.
Right. Mr. Nair, you know, there are plenty of things to unpack here. The first, possibly the most important one, sir, is the fact that you spoke about how there is an increasing shift towards India, towards Make in India, even in this space. How are you tapping into those opportunities? And how large is the size of the opportunity? And how large is Cochin Shipyard's focus on those opportunities? Because one is you run the pillar of making India more capable military-wise, but you also run the pillar of doing this from a capability perspective on the shipping side of things, which the Prime Minister has focused on. So talk to us about that shift that has happened. You've been a leader of this organization for the last 9 years. You've been here for nearly 40 years now, for a better part of your career. Talk to us about what that shift means for the next 10 years.
See, on the defense part, on the Indian naval part, this country has done quite a lot over the last many decades. And when you go back last 5 years, last 10 years, it's only getting better and better. So the kind of investments the country has done, and it's not just Cochin Shipyard, right from the naval design prowess to organizations like ours, which can actually get in and create much more systems. Equipment makers, the likes of Bharat Electronics, Lawson and Toubro and others, when we're all coming together, I think Team India at play is actually happening in the defense side. And I think this is getting better. An aircraft carrier built by Cochin Shipyard, INS Vikrant, submarines coming out of the country. I think we are reaching there. And practically any platform that's needed for the Indian Navy, we are in a position to probably design, build. There are still some areas of concern and work in progress, but I'm sure like we are moving in the right direction. What we were largely missing was the international, let's call it the merchant and the commercial vessel building space.
Right.
Which again is a little bit clannish. There are those specialized vessel segment and there's the classical merchant vessel segment. The merchant vessel segment is ships to carry cargo, gas, oil, bulk kind of a thing, containers. Now on the specialized vessel segment, organization like Cochin Shipyard last almost 25 years. We have been active players, especially in West Europe. So more than 45 ships have been delivered into West Europe. We have got a name over there. There are much more happening in the country today. And then there is something called the smaller type of ships, the short sea ships, as I call it in Europe, or in India, we call it the coastal vessels. This is also coming of age in India. Again, organizations like Cochin Shipyard are doing fairly good over here. Where we have been missing out is the large merchant vessel space, the big ships.
Yes.
And that is the sign of a shipbuilding country.
Yes.
But due to a set of geopolitical, historical reasons, 3 countries in the world, today in pecking order, China, Korea, and Japan, control almost 90% plus of this space.
Correct.
So this is an area where the Honorable Prime Minister, the country today is saying that let's change this. We have everything going right in our direction. We are sure shot the 3rd largest economy in the world. It's only a matter of time. And when we go there with 1/6 of the world population, with demographics on our side, engineers, skilled people, why can't India be in the top group in the shipbuilding nations? And the targets have been very clearly set by the Honorable Prime Minister. We need to be in the top 10 by 2030, Maritime India Vision 2030. And we need to be in the top 5 in the world by 2047, Maritime Amritkal Vision 2047. And we are walking in this direction. Whatever we have done on the naval side and what we have done in the specialized side, I think it's time for us to replicate in the merchant vessel space, and this is the sense of direction under which we are moving forward.
And so you're at the center of all of this. Do you believe that we can get there? And if so, what is it going to take to get there? You'll need more people. You'll need to build more of the kind of infrastructure that we're seeing in the background. And it's taken us maybe 52 years of Cochin Shipyard to get where we are today, 53 years. How many years can we fast track this process by and get to that top 5 kind of spot by 2040?
I think you're asking very important question. We need all of what you mentioned. We need everything together. But the most important part was the country standing up and making sure that we need to get there. And I think that very bold statement, and not just statement, because it's coming right from the top, and it's also being backed up by policies. You've seen the 70,000 crore policies being announced. The country is talking, this is a country as a whole being talking now. I feel that itself is a very important step. So the policies are largely there.
Okay.
There are gaps, there are concerns, but those are as we move forward, these will have to be addressed.
Right.
But I think we are in the right direction. There's a industry which needs long patience. It needs everything, right from patient capital to investment in infrastructure to investment in human beings. I always say this is not a mercenary game. You stay invested, you move forward, you continue, and if the country backs you up, and one thing for clear, the country, there cannot be no flip-flops in this industry, because this is not just, while the phase may be commercial, at the end of the day, this is about economic. This is economic in nature, this is geopolitical in nature, this is strategic in nature. So when it's all mixed up, I should say, only where the countries have backed it up and the industries have worked hand in hand, then we have moved forward. But I think give it 5 years, another 5 years. So 5 years from now and 10 years, I say 2 cycles of rotation, there should be strong belief in what we are talking about.
And hopefully, sir, we'll have that conversation 10 years from now.
I would be extremely happy to have those conversations.
Done. Yeah. So let's talk about 5 years, right? You spoke 5 years. So you've guided for a very ambitious 11 to 12,000 crore top line 5 years from now. You are already very, very comfortable with guiding for a 15% PAT margin on that top line, which takes you to a shade below 2,000 crore in terms of profitability in a good case scenario. Do all of these policies likely mean that you will overshoot that? Does it mean that the opportunity size has just become bigger for you?
See, what we are guided is another 5-6 years down the line, we will be about 11-12-ish. This is what we have said. And we would be happy to stay within a PAT margin of around 15%. Classically, if you just look at just the merchant vessel building, large shipbuilding groups worldwide, whose turnover levels would be much higher. It could be anywhere between $5 billion to $10-12 billion kind of a thing. The margins are much lower because this is a slightly different, it's more of an EPC nature of business.
Sure.
Our margins are a notch higher because we are in a mixed set of industry. We have the merchant vessels, we have the specialized vessels, we have ship repair, we have commercial, and we have defense. So we are not exactly the same as what you see as some of those large companies. But having said that, while the margins may look a bit higher, the volumes also will touch a plateau. So when the volumes have to go up, and this is a pointed question which you are asking, this is something which I would not want to talk at this stage, because as we move forward, that nature of the business will change a little bit. We will try to catch it. Which one is the best? If the specialized segment is the best, we want to catch that. If the merchant segment is the best, we want to catch that. But we want to be in all the spaces. So top line, yes, and around a 15-ish percentage, that's where we would like to guide. But whether we'll be able to cross it, I think, give us a few more years and then we will realign a little bit more.
Perfect. So you spoke about the fact, and when we were in conversation, that, the ordering from the export side is likely to pick up going into the next year or two. You've also spoken about the diverse nature of your business. So I want to tie both of those together. Give us a sense, this diverse business, where are the margins the best? I fully understand you'll have to balance it. You won't just be able to pick up the best margin business and only do that. That is tough to do. You want to keep your business diversified. But where are the margins the best? And the second piece, do export orders command better margins, and therefore is that a focus area for you or a big shift for you that you will make? Because currently export, I understand, is just about double digit for you in terms of top line.
Export orders is very important. See, today from a turnover point of view, it's the defense part, which is by and far the large part of it, because defense orders are always chunky and of a larger value because they have critical equipment which are also costly. From a margin perspective, it depends again. But loosely speaking, specialized vessel segments in Europe will give you that little bit of extra margin, purely because there are not too many yards in the world which can do it, because you need engineers, you need skill sets. We have it. So when we bank on that, then you can command that additional 100, 150 basis points extra on this. On the merchant vessel space, it's standard, because the market knows what exactly is a vessel, what is the price levels. There are sort of benchmarked pricing available over there. So the margins is much more standard over there.
Okay. So and therefore, sir, give us a visibility or give your investors a visibility on the kind of capex that comes on stream as a result of the change in policy, as well as what existing capex you had already penciled in? How does that change? Give
See,
us a
we
sense.
have, over the past 2000 FY16, we started a capex of almost 3,250 crores. And by FY24, we have completed it. Main amongst that was one large dry dock in Kochi, a 310-meter dry dock. We spent 1,800 crores over there. And a new international ship repair facility again in Kochi, which was a 970 crore investment. Both are completed, and we are operating both these assets. We have also invested a little bit outside Kochi. So this part is completed. As we move forward, we are thinking to invest in large block making facility, which would be our largest investments, which we expect to do. Ship repair is good. Ship repair, there is enough appetite for ship repair in the country. So other than the ISRF, we want to take the ISRF to much more strength. We want to do things in the west coast of India, in building up a ship repair ecosystem for larger vessels. So all in all, we are looking at anywhere between 6,000 to 8,000 crores of rupees to be invested over, let's say, over the next 5-6 years. So this is the large game plan which we are having.
And your internal accruals are sufficient to take care of that?
Internal accruals alone will not be able to do this.
Still with the managing director and chairman of Cochin Shipyard, and right behind us is the vessel which has been given to Dredging Corporation of India, delivered to Dredging Corporation of India, from one PSU to another, both creating value for India. That's the vessel given to Dredging Corporation. So tell us, these partnerships that you enter into, and you spoke about this in your first answer. One was with Norway, if I recall right, and one was a Dutch partnership. Are these part of the business, or and do you learn from them? Is the IP handed over to you? How does it work? Or are these long-term partnerships? Give us a sense of that.
These are I should say, collaborations. The IP will remain with them,
Sure.
because that's a design and engineering part. But in this industry, again, it's not always about the IP. It's about the collaborative work and producing that vessel.
Correct.
Because this is not just that a IP get transferred and you just produce it. There's a lot of involvement to produce the vessel. The vessel you are seeing here is a dredger, one of the largest dredgers built in India. So here we have collaborated with Royal IHC of Netherlands, one of the most reputed dredge builders in the world. And the vessel which we saw in the far end of the dock was a CSOV vessel, which we collaborated with this organization called Kongsberg. So Kongsberg is a Norwegian European technology group with whom we have multiple projects over the last 25 years.
Okay.
Different type of projects. So how it works is like it's not just one project. You get into a method of working with these technology partners. It's not very easy. It's not that you can just buy. It's not a buy-sell relationship. It is much more deeply involved.
And it's trust.
It is trust, and then when you deliver such products and solutions, then the market knows that, okay,
You're capable of.
you're capable of. This is what we are doing here. And what we are trying to do into the new merchant vessel space is we are teamed up with HD KSOE, which is Hyundai of South Korea, and we hope to create much more strength in such
Yeah, what
cases.
does that do? Because those are new partnerships for you.
Those are new partnerships.
Both the Korean partnership as well as the Dubai partnership.
Correct,
Both of those
correct,
are new.
correct.
And what does that add to your arsenal? Is there a slew of new products you can do now?
See, it's with the Korean products that you would have seen the latest news 2 days back,
Right.
about an LOI being placed by
Yes.
the very reputed CMA CGM for a series of 6 LNG powered container ships in Cochin Shipyard, and that is coming with our partnership with HDKSU. The relationship with Dry Docks World, where we have an MOU which we are trying to strengthen, is with the intent to build up ship repair ecosystem in the country to start off with. So we feel partnerships are very important, and Cochin Shipyard has actually thrived over the last 25 years multiple partnerships. We are partnering with a design company called Robert Allen from Canada, which is one of the best in the world. We are building 22 tugs in India for Indian ports. Multiple levels of teaming up, and CSL's forte has been good quality teaming up, long term, and I think we hope Indian shipbuilding will need such partnerships to take things forward.
Yeah, I believe, sir, and correct me if I'm wrong, it ensures best-in-class quality and technology, and the Make in India
That is right.
theme.
That is.
It ties up well with that, right?
Exactly.
Is that how one should do it?
And for the foreigners also, for these technology companies also, they need organizations like Cochin Shipyard in a country like India. Where else do you produce?
Correct.
Like you need to actually produce, and today we have some challenges in shipbuilding, and hopefully with all the new policies, the newfound impetus, newfound belief, we move forward. I think this is that classical win-win which we will create for those organizations who can come to India, work with a company like Cochin Shipyard, and we can take things forward strongly.
So on the execution front, are you seeing acceleration in execution over the last 5 years? You've been leader 9 years now. First 4 years versus the next 5. And in the last 5 years, viewers, the stock has gone up 11 times. So that in itself echoes the kind of performance that, or rather the kind of build-up in this space that we are seeing, and particularly from Cochin Shipyard. Are you seeing a difference with regard to execution pace? Has the pace been markedly different, would you say?
I wouldn't say this. See, we are doing multiple and a mix of products.
Right.
Again, as I said, defense, specialized, merchant, ship repair.
Yes.
In all of this, we have built up order book, and we are able to execute the order book. So across our group, in fact, there are 75 ships under various stages of construct in Kochi, in our smaller companies in Udupi and in Hooghly. We are able to manage this. I should also admit that this once in a while leads to executional challenges also. But all in all, the execution, I think, hereafter would be much more stronger, because ships, there is a design and engineering phase, there is a supply chain phase. Once you overcome that, if you are in a series, and we do have a series orders on various projects, then you do much better as you move forward. For example, this dredger, hopefully, Dredging Corporation of India will order another 1 or 2 dredgers, and we will do it much more faster than this.
Yes.
Because then we are much more good with the supply chain and the design and engineering. That's how this industry moves.
So I know I've pushed my time. My last question, and this is more to do with how the analyst community is viewing margins for you. Shipbuilding, ship repair, you touched upon that. That was the reason why your margins in FY25, I believe, were far stronger. Is this something that one can expect to be recurring, maybe every 3 years, maybe every 5 years? Should that be built into analyst models, is what I'm trying to understand.
Difficult to answer, but as a guiding rule, ship repair always has better margins,
Right.
provided you execute it well. Sometimes you run into a problematic ship repair also. But largely, ship repair, see, we have handled about, 180 ships last year in ship repair. So we push the limits on ship repair. We try to handle maximum. So ship repair, when you handle it, and like last year, when you get a large project like an aircraft carrier in a very compressed time, because an aircraft carrier or a capital ship of the Navy, when it comes in, there's huge pressure on time, and we all focus, and then we deliver fastest at that point of time. That will give you that extra sheen on the margins on the ship repair side. But as a general rule, ship repair is a little bit, we jokingly say, if it's bread and butter, this butter is the ship repair part, but you need the bread to have the butter.
Absolutely, sir. So it's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. And speaking, viewers, from ground zero. By the way, this is ET Now Ground Zero. So we're speaking from ground zero, where the INS Vikrant was made, which is India's first aircraft carrier under the tutelage of none other than Cochin Shipyard themselves. So, sir, it's been an absolute pleasure. I wish you a very, very happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
You and your entire team, you all have been
you.
very kind, invited us here and given us some great perspective. on how the industry as well as Cochin Shipyard in particular as a company is doing. This has been a pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, viewers, for tuning in.